Shawn Showtime Porter versus Errol the Truth Spence. Guys, if you love MMA, if you love combat sports, even if you don't, this fight is going to be a good fight based on styles, okay? These two guys are offensive machines. Shawn Porter being the swarmer, he likes to throw punches in bunches, and Errol Spence is a seek and destroy boxer puncher who looks to methodically break down his opponents offensively until they break. So both guys, when they clash, is going to be a firefight, and it's going to be a damn barn burner. Coming into this fight, Errol Spence is the favorite, rightfully so. Shawn Porter and him have a similar opponent in Kell Brook. Spence stopped him in the 11th round, taking Kell Brook's IBF strap, where Porter put up a spirited effort against Kell Brook, but still lost, suffered his first defeat by the British lad in Kell Brook. So that's their similar opponent, but doesn't mean that just because you lost to one guy or beat one guy that will dictate the outcome of this fight. So the styles of this fight: Errol Spence is a boxer puncher, seek and destroy, touch the body a lot, break the body down, work behind the jab, high output, high accuracy, fights with the high guard, likes to apply pressure, can fight off the back foot, defensively responsible. Errol Spence is a complete boxer fundamentally as well. So he's considered a boxer puncher. Very exciting fighter, and looks to throw combinations and set up many of his shots with his jab. Shawn Porter, on the other hand, is what I call a swarmer. He likes to use a lot of head movements, feints, and get in and close the distance and throw a lot of shots to ultimately overwhelm his opponents. He'll throw hooks to the body, overhand rights. He tries to work behind the jab. He just smothers you, gets in there, applies that pressure to break you. So my breakdown for this fight: Errol Spence versus Shawn Porter. It's going to be a great fight. Hopefully there's no headbutt. All right, guys? No one's mentioning this. Shawn Porter's an orthodox fighter, or a right-handed fighter, where Spence is a southpaw, okay? So when you have an aggressive swarmer like Shawn Porter, he may clash into the head of Errol Spence, who's the southpaw. That's just the way it is. The feet are aligned to cause headbutts, especially when the fighters are aggressive inside fighters. So hopefully there's no clash of heads, and it doesn't, dictate the outcome of the fight. If there's no head clashes or no fouls, intentional or unintentional, this should be a hell of a fight. I can't wait. But if I had to do a breakdown, the breakdown would be: Errol Spence has the style to beat a Shawn Porter versus the other way around. Errol Spence would have the speed advantage, the work, I don't know about the work rate, but the accuracy advantage, the fundamental advantage, the timing advantage, the power advantage, the height advantage, the reach advantage. Where Shawn Porter's advantage would be, he would probably have the better resume, better opposition. Now that's subjective. You're open to have your own opinion on that. I think Porter's been in there with the Thurmans, with the Kell Brooks, with the Danny Garcias. So he's a little more seasoned against higher opposition. Porter's style is sloppy. To me, he breaks you down. His greatest strength is his intangibles, his mental toughness, his physical conditioning. He applies the pressure to break his opponents, makes them uncomfortable, fatigues them. Ultimately, he's not the most technically sound or fundamentally sound. He's just hyper aggressive and tries to outwork the guy. To me, versus Errol Spence invests in body shots, and that's going to slow down Shawn Porter throughout the rounds. And I believe Errol Spence His intangible is, I want to stop everybody. I want to beat the best. I want to fight everybody. Regardless of what people say about him ducking Crawford. We'll get into that later. But I think Errol Spence truly wants to clear out the welterweight division, and starting with Shawn Porter. And I think Errol Spence is going to break down the game, but limit it and sloppy Shawn Porter. Errol Spence is just going to work behind the jab and jam up the aggressive Shawn Porter. He's going to go to the body and break down Porter. Now, will it be a stoppage? I think Shawn Porter might be tough enough to withstand the barrages of Errol Spence to make it to 12 rounds. So I'll make it easy. My prediction is Errol Spence. And before I go any further, Errol Spence mentioned he wants to stop Porter. So you know what? I'm going to alter my prediction. I'm going to have Errol Spence stopping a game and live dog and Shawn Porter, who will have his moments, but not enough. I got Porter losing at the hands of Spence via knockout in the same round he beat Kell Brook in. In the same round Errol Spence beat Kell Brook in the 11th round, stoppage. If not, Errol takes him on the cards. But I think Errol wants to make a big statement. That's my prediction. I got Errol Spence stopping Shawn Porter in the 11th round in a spirited effort. It's going to be fireworks. Shawn Porter will have his moments, but I think Errol Spence is on a mission, guys. Check out Errol Spence. That's my guy. I'm a bit biased, but I believe in his skill set. He's well-rounded, and I think Shawn Porter and Errol Spence are equivalent as far as toughness. So if Shawn Porter can't out-tough you, then he's usually going to lose against a guy that's more technically sound. So check this fight out, guys. It's going to be a great fight. Comment, subscribe, leave your comments. I love your comments. I'll answer every comment you guys have. Hit that notification so you get these videos. I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. I'm just going to give different varieties of content out there. So I just do me, and thank you for your support. So look for that post-reaction fight vid as well. Thank you, guys.